the process. We talked about policy. Now I want to show you what procedures look like. Procedures, process, these documents are a reflection of what's in the policy. The policy is in a reflection of the laws. The laws are federal. The laws can be state. The laws can be your industry, whatever industry you happen to be in. If you're in healthcare, you're talking HIPAA. If you're in the banking, the financial sector, you might be doing Sarbanes-Oxley or something like that. If you're in retail and you have a bunch of PCI cards, card readers, like if you go to Target, you go to Walmart or whatever, you do this every day. So Target and Walmart and all these guys, they actually have security compliance. Not necessarily the NIST, but they have something called PCI. That's one of the compliance things that they have to do, by the way. PCI compliance, which is making sure that all the data, when you swipe your card, that data is protected. There's processes and there's procedures. Procedures come from the policy. Policy comes from the laws. And I just want to show you an example of a procedure so it's not a mystery to you. So this is talking about Cisco AAA authentication login procedures. This is how some organizations will do it. They'll just take it directly from Cisco. If you happen to have a Cisco system that people need to log into, you still need identification and authentication to get into that system. You've got to follow the vendor's recommended procedures. Now, typically what happens is an organization, they'll write their own. They want to cut to the chase. They want to cut out all of this yes and no, does this documentation. They don't want all this stuff here. They want to get straight to the point. So what they'll do is they'll copy and paste some of this stuff and put it in their own standard document, right? And they won't keep all this stuff. Like a good system administrator or a network administrator, in this case, who's worth their salt, they could probably write this from scratch off the top of their head because they log into it every day. I mean, they might come back and refer to this thing, but they can write this from scratch off the top of their head because they know the commands. They know the command to create a username, for example, and to make it a 15-character password. Setting up TACACS devices, right? There's many kinds of procedures, okay? So there's procedures to set the technology up, and you need to have that in place, but there's also procedures for the actual operational users. So that's what we mean by procedures.